Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, and Virgo Rising. It's Maggie with Moon Directed. At this channel, we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. So, how is Mercury retrograde treating you? I'm looking for a conversation starter. We already have it, so we'll go ahead and jump on in. I do want to thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments. I really appreciate you putting some time back in. It makes me feel encouraged. Wow. All right. So another rough one ahead of us. Virgo. This is the Eight of Swords energy. This is the feeling trapped in our circumstances and not really seeing the way out. You know, usually when you look at the Eight of Swords, it looks like there's an easy exit. And so I was checking to see if that was a sliding glass door, but it's not. She just feels trapped. And it doesn't look like there's an easy exit. So the remedy would be to go within. To go within. This is the card that makes me think of Virgo, right? It's the seeker. It's the looking for the truth within and looking for the divine and seeking spiritual truth. So Pisces is in retrograde, and it's about going over and reviewing the details of what has been happening in your life recently. Where can you revise something? Where can you recommit? Where can you, seek what it is? Like going within and really looking for something. And so to have the Hermit card come up during a retrograde period seems very appropriate to me. It's the sign of Virgo. We just had the full moon in Virgo. This new moon that's happening in Pisces, in 6 months, it'll be during Virgo season when it comes full. And so maybe there's a situation where you were like, okay, I thought I had this figured out, but now I'm not sure. And so you need to go in and do a little rethinking of that. And with that moon in Taurus on Sunday and Monday, the phase of the moon is about self-love and nourishing yourself. So taking that time out away from the madness to do a little meditating, to do a little soul searching, to do a little thinking. I mean, this Piscean energy, especially with Neptune right there in conjunction with the new moon that we just had, and so definitely close in the middle of the degrees there. It's about what are your hopes, your goals, and dreams are, but it's also about spirituality. And so when I see the Hermit card, he's reading the Bible in this particular depiction, but it's about searching for that inner truth. It's about that spirituality. It's about that connection. You have spiderweb travels. Each time you travel the world, you return with more joy and soul expansion for the next chapter of your abundance. This is about wisdom. This is about gaining wisdom through experience. And then, so taking the experiences, the lessons in life that we learn the most from are the hard ones. And this looks like a really hard lesson here for whatever reason. I don't know why that is just so out of focus. I'm so sorry. So taking that knowledge, that experience, and distilling it down into wisdom and using that to seek the higher truth and the knowledge and learning from it, that's the spider web. It's like every time you go around, everything's still connected. It's all connected. And every time the spider works to create the next, section, it makes the web bigger and stronger and more resilient. And so try to focus in on, the lesson and the strength and the blessing that comes from it. Because then you can start looking at the path of where you want to go with all this knowledge and information and assessing where you are, knowing where you are and knowing where you want to go. I always feel like these two are in the wrong order. I feel like it should be assessing and finding the path. But the way they have it arranged, it's like you know the path is there, and so maybe what you're assessing is the way to get there, right? To what are the next steps? And sometimes maybe just knowing what the next step is all you really need. If you could just figure out the next step, then the way forward looks, then you could see the step after that, right? The way forward becomes more clear with every step you take. And that comes from wisdom. That comes from life experience. You have safe to fall. That's the second time that's come up tonight. You have safe to fall. That's a 10, which is a 1. That's a new beginning. So there's something that you want to change. There's a lesson. You're transforming from one aspect into another. Take the hard lessons that you've learned and use it to move forward. I have to use a flashlight because my eyes are so old. So sorry. Just like the air that fills your lungs, my grace is invisible and yet brings you life. Fear of falling may prevent you from truly surrendering into my care. Yet, if you were to realize that it is safe to fall, then my grace will catch you as you step beyond the edge of what you know. So much would be possible for you. I urge you to believe in what is calling you to take a leap of faith. I tell you now, my wild, sweet beloved, the call is from me, urging you to open up to the bigger world. Trust me and relinquish logic and control. I will not fail you. Oh, Virgo. Relinquish logic and control. Oh, Spirit knows and loves you. That's like your whole life. That's what you're here to do, is learn how to find that balance where you don't have to control everything and that everything has to be uniform and logical so that you can fully love and enjoy your life. And then we have discernment and fear. Look at all those fears she's wrangling. Oh my gosh, she really needs to let some of those go. And so the process of discerning that and how to do that, when you're being asked to give up control, and you think, oh my gosh, but if I give up control, then this could go wrong, and this could go wrong, and this could go wrong. And Spirit's saying, it's okay, I've got it. Let go. I've got it. You don't have to control everything. And all this is going on in your 11th house of groups and group activities and in your career sector. And so I feel like there's something in the workplace that's really been such a struggle for you. And even though you have all this experience, you want to utilize it, and you want to, I think swords are considered knowledge. There's 8 swords. So it's like the knowledge you have, like you know what's going to happen, and it creates this cage that you're like, I know what's going to happen, and I have to make sure that nobody gets hurt. I have to make sure that things go the way they're supposed to. And I don't think it's helping you. So you have unconditional love and choice. And so I think you're being asked, oh, excuse me, I know I'm going to sneeze. I'm so sorry. This cold has really been rough. Oh, it was worse than a sneeze. It was a nasty blowing in my nose. I'm so sorry. So here's the thing. You have a choice to make. You can choose to unconditionally love yourself and love the people around you. That's a choice. Love is a choice. To love unconditionally is actually a choice. It's when we relinquish control. It's when we give up the need to have everything be orderly and logic, and we just say, humans are imperfect, and in that imperfection is the beauty. And when you learn to love the shadow and the light, that's when you have the 3D existence. That's when you see the whole full picture. That's when you become truly alive. And Virgo, I feel like we've been working on this for a while. And it looks like the lesson is being pushed again this week. And then we have boundaries and willpower. It's good to have boundaries, but maybe for you, you need to break through and release yourself from the need to have everything tightly controlled. That's happening in your house of goals and hopes and dreams. It's Pisces, right? Even though it's in Leo, but the 12th house is run by Pisces. And so freeing yourself from the limitations of control and allowing yourself to dream for what you really want. We have crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. And so in order to have the relationships that you want, in order to be where you want to go, you have to let go. It's safe to do so. You're being so encouraged to do this. And to love yourself unconditionally and to love those around you unconditionally. And even though you're seeking that higher knowledge and you're seeking that space of wisdom that's in all of us, I want to encourage you to keep doing that, going within and distilling it down. But the wisdom here is to choose to love yourself for being human and everyone around you. And when you throw love at the situation, things get so much easier. Shadow and light. Find richness in the black, in the dark night. You have black. It's shadow and light. And look how beautiful that is. It's okay that nobody's perfect. Because if everyone was perfect, you wouldn't have shadow and light, and you wouldn't have something this beautiful. So, love all of you unconditionally. Love all of yourself unconditionally. And when you learn to do that, it becomes much easier to start doing that for others. And life really becomes a lot sweeter. All right. So thank you so much for sticking around. Give me a thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe. Thumbs up would be liking, wouldn't it? Make sure you hit the notification button. Then you'll know when I do things crazy like go live to burn my new moon intentions. That was pretty funny. I would have been booted off of Survivor Island. I had trouble getting the fire started. And then when I did, it was really kind of big. Anyway, so that video, check that out. Make sure you check out your new moon in Pisces video if you haven't done so already. There's some really good information in there. It was really, and it's timestamped. So even though it's like a 2-hour video, your section's like 5 minutes. So check out your sun, your moon, your rising on it, and then you're spending like 15 minutes. And it's a nice video. All right, you take care. I will talk to you soon. Love yourself. Spirit loves you. Love yourself. Spirit doesn't love crap, right? So, all right, take care.